Good morning. This is Senior Grandmaster Jimenez with Kajukenbo Live, coming out of South Lake Tahoe, California, for the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. Today's show is going to be about Muhammad Atman. We had to expel him from the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. And before I get into that, I'd like to say a few things. Anytime you run a large organization, you're not dealing with a small karate studio. You got, 30, 40 students in there, and it's easy to deal with. When you got many schools and countries under you, it's a daily basis and a daily grind. Myself and Senior Grandmaster New, especially Professor Osaroff, Grandmaster Willis when he's available. We got our heads to the grinding stone on this. So it's just not, you talk to somebody once in a while for, in a week and talk to them. You talk to people on a daily basis. I'll give you a good example. Last night, I was up till like almost 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, talking to people from all over the world. And then during the day, I talked to the United States people. And the same thing with Senior Grandmaster New. We're constantly working with people from all over the world. And of course, their time changes and time difference is different than ours. So, but we always try to make ourselves available for everybody, no matter what time it is. In fact, last night it was like I said, around 4 o'clock, I stopped taking phone calls because it didn't stop, or the texting or the messaging and back and forth. So when you're a leader and a top leader and of an organization, you have to make hard decisions. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's the best for your organization, or to save the heartache would cause for others. Like I said, we work hard in this federation. We help so many people around the world. Every once in a while, and you always get someone that will take advantage of the situation. Now, Muhammad Atman from Egypt, he came to me about, I'm gonna guess around 5 years ago. He came to me. He showed me certificates from Aldo Coscos and what's his name, Mike Santos. As a fifth degree, and he wanted to leave them because of different reasons. I don't want to get into that, what he told me, but he wanted to leave them and come to under us, So at first, when I first talked to him, I'm pretty good. I'm picking up people's body language and the way they talk, and I kind of didn't trust him at first, but then I thought to myself, well, I'll give him a chance. I even ran around with some of my students that caused a lot of problems and me bringing them in. But again, I give everybody a chance. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And if I make a mistake by not helping them, that's on me and not being a good teacher. So I try to put my hand out and help everybody. Sometimes my hand gets slapped away. Anyway, long story short, we got him up to 6th degree within 5 years, And then it came to me and another black belt from a different country. Othman told me that his government needed him to be an 8th degree because he'd be the only one that would be able to run any Kajukenbo in Egypt. Like I said before in one of my past videos, as a business decision, he didn't even deserve the 8th degree. But on a business decision, knowing I'll be able to work with him, knowing Senior Grandmaster New can work with him. In fact, Senior Grandmaster New flew down there and worked with him and his students for a week or so. And then out to Kuwait and then back to Egypt to help them. And so I thought about it. I talked to my staff and my executive boards and stuff. So we decided to bring him up to 8th degree. And it was basically my decision. I'm not going to put that on anybody. But we still talked about it for a business decision, okay? Meanwhile, he was doing okay, and all of a sudden he started with this Aikido with Samuel Kwok, and his Wing Chun was Samuel Kwok, his Wing Chun. And all of a sudden he sends me a poster of Samuel Kwok, him, and Bruce Lee, and he starts calling it the Othman method, and he started calling himself Sijo. Well, of course, we all know who Sijo is, and there's only one Sijo, and that's for Kajukenbo. So myself, I just went to the ceiling. I told him, you take it off immediately. You are not a Sijo. You're not. It's not Othman method. You're too young. You put yourself in the category of Samuel Kwok and Bruce Lee. I go, you're not even in the same league as them. So we went back and forth a little bit. So he agreed. He said, okay, I'm sorry. And he took it off. I go, you just can't do that. Well, he kept pushing this ministry thing and this and that. And pretty much kind of was a bullshit, but I listened to him. And then about a couple months ago, his student, Rasha, himself in the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation had brought her up to a 5th degree. Then all of a sudden he wanted to make her a 6th degree. And I said, no, you can't do that because she's only been a 5th degree for a few months. And I go, you just can't do that. You will hurt her more than you will help her. Well, he couldn't understand that. And he started telling me, well, the government and this has to give you that crap again. I said, no. I go, do not promote her. Okay, so he let it slide. And by about a month ago or so, he came up the wall with this that they were going to promote him, the World Kickboxing Federation, and the government of Egypt wanted to promote him to 9th degree Grandmaster because of all the achievements that him and his students has done in the tournament. And he told me this, and I told him, absolutely not. You cannot become a Grandmaster. You're not even an 8th degree really qualified. I go, you will embarrass me. You will embarrass the World Kajukenbo Federation. You will embarrass yourself and all of Kajukenbo. You cannot do that. And then plus, he wanted to go back to the Othman method. I go, you can't do that. I go, you're not even old enough. I go, don't make a fool out of yourself. So then he come out the wall with this, the government and the World Kickboxing Association is going to do that. And this is what I told him. Whatever you do outside Kajukenbo, that's your business. I can't tell you what to do. If you're taking lessons from Samuel Kwok and he want to make you a 10th degree, that's up to you two, not up to me, because it has nothing to do with me. But in Kajukenbo, you cannot, and I'm telling you, you cannot promote yourself to 9th degree. So myself, Senior Grandmaster New, Atman, and Professor Ossoff from Kuwait, and we did a 4-way Zoom call. Grandmaster Willis, who was in the Philippines teaching, so he couldn't make the call, but he gave his opinion to me, which went along with whatever I said. And we got him on there. We told him the same thing. You cannot self-promote yourself to Senior Grandmaster. So mostly you cannot do that. So then he went back and forth, and then he agreed. Okay. Next thing you know, we get a photo of him getting his Grandmaster belt in Kajukenbo, supposedly. That the leader of the Egypt Kickboxing Association promoted him. He had a picture of him and Othman holding this Grandmaster belt. Well, our executive board got a hold of the president of the Kickboxing Association, and he said, I did not promote him, that he self-promoted himself. He had walked over to me and asked if he could take a picture with me, and I said, fine. Now, on my header of on this show, you'll see the picture Othman holding his belt, and another gentleman. The gentleman was the one that was supposedly by Othman promoting him, and the government, of course. So he lied, and he self-promoted himself, which myself, the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation, does not recognize that promotion, or never will. Come to find out, he had used the government for money. That's supposed to went to him to help others. So instead, himself and a lot of his staff used the money for personal gain. And I found out he was selling certificates from all over. That's not somebody that I want the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation to be have under us as one of their representatives, because we do not charge for certificates. We never did, never will. And he's using it to gain personal gain for himself. For what I've heard through the stories now, the government is after him. He probably will be arrested. You know, this is hearsay so far, but he will be arrested, and probably some of his black belts, because the money they're using, now don't quote me on this, but the word ISIC came up, the terrorist thing. So again, he used myself, the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation, for personal gain. He is not part of us anymore. He does not represent Egypt for the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. He's 100% on his own. The only people I feel sorry for is Russia and all his students that's under him that don't know any better. So that's why I'm making this show about what's going on, so people hear it from my mouth and not from everybody else's. I know last night he started slandering me and stuff like that, but I was good enough to promote him, but now I'm not no good. So that just shows his character. And then, of course, you know, the only people that talked bad was, you know, again, the peanut gallery, I call them. And they jump on the bandwagon. So again, you know, I'm not going to go about this about anybody else, and, you know, I can go on about some of the things that other people said or people he got a hold of, but they're not worth it, so I don't want to even deal with them. But again, he is not part of the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. He is not representing Egypt for us. Right now, we're in the works of having another Grandmaster or another black belt starting to represent Egypt under us. So again, if anybody out there thinks they're not replaceable, everybody's replaceable. So don't ever think in your mind that you're going to be better than us, or you're going to be able to step on us after you get done, because that's not going to happen. So again, I appreciate this video. I hope everybody's well. We got a lot of new members from different countries the last few weeks, been signing up with us. I'm very pleased. We got a good year coming up. We got a lot of seminars all over the world, and striving to push Kajukenbo all over the world. And, you know, like I said, we're doing it as best as we can. If we can't be there, we'll do it on Zoom. Morocco just promoted some of his black belts. He put a Zoom class. We watched the class, the promotion, the test, everything. So we were able to witness with our own eyes them doing it. It's just not being self-promoted. So again, I thank you. This is Kajukenbo Live, coming out of South Lake Tahoe, California. I'm Senior Grandmaster Jimenez from the Worldwide Kajukenbo Federation. Thank you.